I've covered a lot of beard trim content, giving you guys examples and tips and tricks, and really lately going into how to avoid making beard trim mistakes. Now, in all these videos, I usually like to do this. Just because I love that sound on video for whatever reason. But for real, I cover all these things to set you up to have the best possible beard trim. I don't think I've ever covered any angle on if you do have a bad beard trim, what do you do, right? I can go into the prevention all I want, but it's not helpful for those that panic, had a bad trim, and now they need to figure out what to do. The main question would be, if something goes wrong with this, do I bust out a razor? Do I bust out a foil shaver and start over? I believe the answer is no. A strong no, and I will explain to you guys, but real quick, my name is Dan C. Bearded. Thank you to those returning subscribers. You guys make up the vast majority of the views, the likes, the comments on this channel, and that will never be taken for granted. So thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for challenging me. I love it all. You're amazing. If you want to be a part of that group and you want to learn more about beards or contribute to this beard conversation, please consider subscribing to this channel. It is free and it really helps out every aspect of the beard community. And if you don't want to, that's okay. But I would ask you guys, if you're excited to hear my reasoning on this video and on why you should not restart after a bad beard trim, please hit the thumbs up, aka the like button. So let's break it down. You go to a barber, you tell them what you want, you show them pictures, you give exact lingo, measurements, and boom, you turn back to the mirror afterwards and you just get a gut shot. Your stomach is just turning and tossing, and you don't want to say anything because you're embarrassed and you don't want to make them feel bad. You go home and now you're panicking. Or you're at home, you're trimming your beard, achoo! You sneeze and you take out a big chunk. You slip and take out a big chunk. Your kid comes running and tackles you and you trim off a huge chunk. Same thing, profusely sweating. You're so nervous, you're snapping at people around you. In that moment, step back, put the clippers down, set the scissors away, and let's try our best to assess the situation. Oftentimes, you guys will reach out to me, you'll send me pictures, and you'll say, hey Dan, I have this trim. What do I do? Do I start over? Do I shave and have a fresh canvas and the best growth back ever? My answer is no. If you are planning on continuing to have a beard, I see absolutely no advantage in starting over from zero. That does not help. I don't really like shaving at all for the health side. You're making microabrasions, which introduce bacteria, which changes the way that the hair is coming out of the skin because of the way you cut the hair. It can lead to pimples and ingrown hairs and all sorts of problems. I don't recommend that. I don't even recommend it with like a foil shaver. And again, I'm only talking about your beard. I'm not talking head hair. I'm not talking about cheeks or anything else like that. Just your beard. And I don't know why you would do that. Let's say you butcher it bad, or a barber butchers it bad, and you go down to the skin, right? It's really, really rough. Go with a stubble beard. Simply leave some kind of facial hair. Simply leave some kind of texture and color that's going to make you look better already on the growth back. I don't think most of us would love the look of a freshly shaved face underneath this beard, but again, that's just me. But you're intending on growing it. Why start at 0 when you can start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Now here's my straight up assessment of what you should do after a bad beard trim. Find the spot that is the worst and go from there. Right? If I'm trimming my beard, could you imagine how catastrophic that would be to bust out like a razor or foil shaver? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's years of growth. I could not even imagine. However, if I go here and I just trim a bad one, I'm going to start at that point and make it the best style I possibly can. Let's say it's a little bit worse and it's up by my chin. I'm going to start from that point as well. I want to be able to find the worst spot and then even it out from that point. Now, if you go in and boom, oh my gosh, I took out a huge chunk all the way down to the skin, just remove that beard, but don't shave. Don't bring it down to skin. Stay at the longest point you possibly can and make it work from there. Then you do start that regrowth journey. I don't think there's anything wrong with the regrowth journey, especially if you have new knowledge, you have new experience, and you're like, okay, the first time I was using like Head and Shoulders, and I was killing my beard. It was terrible. I didn't know until I knew. Now you have this fresh knowledge, a fresh base. There's nothing wrong with that. But I hate seeing guys go to shaving when they don't really plan on it. They don't really intend it. If you want to shave your beard, do you, go crazy. But it's the panic. It's that moment where you're sweating, your stomach hurts, and it's just like, and you make that rash decision. I hope this never comes up for you. But if it does, keep this in the back of your mind, right? Even if it's way, 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 way back, if it happens, oh my God, okay, I don't need to restart. I can calm myself and I can assess. And I think that calming part is so important. I have literally been there. It's been a couple years, but I've literally been there. We're getting ready to go out to dinner with Sam. I'm looking all dapper. I'm like, let me do a little cleanup right here. Babe, it's gonna be a minute. And I panicked. When you panic, you're not thinking soundly. You're not making wise decisions. Step away, calm yourself down, and then you can make the best assessment of your beard. I really, really hope that you listen to that. I really hope that this comes in handy in the future. To end this, I would love to hear from you guys. Have you been there? Do you know that feeling I'm talking about? That gut shot, that sweating when you have a bad mess up, whether it's a barber or yourself? Just kind of let me know that I'm not alone, and maybe we can kind of bond over that shared trauma that we've had. But beyond that, how did you go about it afterwards? Did you shave and you're happy with it? Did you shave and you regret it? Did you have an approach like me where you go into the worst point and then make it right from there? I would like to get this discussion going, but that is my advice on the video today, you guys. So thank you sincerely for watching today. My name again is Dan C. Bearded, and I really hope that you guys stay bearded and stay positive.